Hi everyone, this is your girl, this is Christian. I'm here to talk about friendships and that you outgrow friends. And so one of the main topics that I wanted to discuss was, what does it mean to have a friend? We all grow up in a society where we're all friends with each other, and sometimes that becomes like a thing to say. Then you realize that it's actually an important title, and that person is supposed to be of use to you, and vice versa. So what I've always learned, my circle is about this big. So when I have a friend, that's like more like family to me. So when I come across people that come in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, because that's exactly what a friend does. They come into your life for a purpose. And whether that's a lesson on the side where you would think it's negative that taught you something more about yourself or more about people in general, or it's something that has influenced your life for the better, may have changed you, may have inspired you to do something, encouraged you to become better at something. Or someone who just was there just for the fun. They were that club friend. They were that go to the movies, go out to dinner friend. The one that you would just pick up because you knew they would listen to you talk. So what I'm discussing is outgrowing friendships. A lot of us don't realize that we do this every day. We all have really, really good close friends. Some people may not have that luxury, but for me, my best friends have been my friends since I was about in seventh grade. And that's because I choose friends wisely. I take that very serious. Anyone who comes into my life, a very particular life and upbringing that I went through, that I go through. So for me to share that with people, I needed to make sure that you were worthy enough to understand that you were loyal enough to stick by me during my hardest times, or trustworthy enough to take my information and keep it within you and make sure that you don't use it to sabotage me. So friendships were a very huge thing to me. I realized that this day and age that friendships is like changing underwear, like water. People just throw that name and word out as if it doesn't mean anything. And that's causing a lot of conflict, I think, in our communities, because one day someone's your friend, some days they're not. People are envious of each other, people are hating on each other. And we're not doing what we used to do as kids. When you had a friend, that person was like your brother or sister. That was like blood to you. They would do things for you, they would make sure you were good, and vice versa. And I believe we lost that element in life. And it's okay to outgrow friends. That just means you're changing, you're maturing. And if you keep friends that have been around since your childhood and adolescence, that doesn't mean that you haven't changed into a better person. That doesn't mean that they haven't matured or anything. What that means is that with time, they grew with you. That you can't have friends that stay the same and you're on to better and more lively things. Like you just can't, they don't mix. So when someone says, oh, you changed, or you that, yeah, I changed, and I'm very proud of changing, and you should be comfortable with changing your lifestyle or improving you and self-developing. If someone has an issue with that, then they're not your friend, because no friend should come into your life and expect you to be the same person you were when they first met you. That just doesn't make any sense, because I didn't want to be the person I was at 10 years old. I don't want to be the person I was at 16 years old. I don't want to be the person that I am right now at 25, because if I am the same person at 25 than I am at 30, I'm not, or 40 or 50, that means I haven't learned anything new. That means I haven't changed anything about my lifestyle. That means I haven't challenged myself enough. So understand that when you have friendships, don't be afraid to lose friends. That's not an issue. That's something I had to get used to because my circle's small. So for me, it's a little more touchy, because that's like losing a family member to me. So when I took it upon myself. I took it very personal that maybe it was a me, maybe it's me. That's not always the case. Sometimes people can't move with you because your success is too big for them. Your dreams and your passions is too unbelievable for them. Sometimes they just can't fathom their lifestyle to ever become or match yours. So they feel it's a disservice to you to stay your friend as you self-develop and you move forward in life. Sometimes people take that upon themselves and they feel like they might hinder you, or you'll get coattail riders. My dad loves to talk about those, the ones that just ride your coattail until they get to these, little peaks in your life and roller coasters, and then they hop off and go on someone else's coattail. So those are just coattail riders, people who are in it for the luxury, or for the hype, or for the name, or lifestyle, and then they're gone. And then you got people who are there for you when times are rough, when they understand your character, and even if you get out of character or rare form with them, they're still there because they know the true you. Those are friends that are going to be there to mold with you, to, you know, change environments with you. Someone who can understand that every day you're going to change and be a different person. In my opinion, my friends have to be willing to change. My friends have to be willing to want me to change. They need to be pushing me and pursuing me. If you don't have those types of friends in your life, then you need to change your circle of network. My friends are my sisters and my brothers. I will do anything for them just like I would do anything for my family members. And for that sake, they would do the same for me. So I know if I have to come to a friend with something very personal, I know that they will be there for me. And you have to check yourself. Look at your friends, look at your surroundings, and ask yourself, be real with yourself and say, are these people in my life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? And make sure you understand the difference. And there's no disrespect or no wrong thing to have separate friends in those categories, but understand their placement. A lot of things that we do in life is we like to intertwine. And there's not that many people in this world that can actually be a well-rounded individual in that regards. And we tend to try to keep friends in multiple categories. If that friend is just that going out friend and they like to just turn up and get drunk, let them be that friend over there. When you're ready to go on a Saturday night, hit them up. You know that's that friend. But if you want a friend, you got that friend that's in the education and they're all about numbers. They're all about spirituality and they're just like, they vibe. Then that's where you have those types of conversations with that person. You don't mix that person with the one that's drinking and likes to turn up. They're not going to like each other. So you don't mix friendships across boards unless you know they can understand that. But most people can't take that. I'm not going to boast myself, but I've been known to, I'm malleable. Wherever I'm at, I can fit in my environment because I'm me. That's what I will do. So for me, I can go to the club, I can be that spiritual person or that really thoughtful, intuitive, and innovative person. I can also be that person that just wants to sit there and just listen to someone speak. I can do that, but you have to understand what kind of friends you do have. And that's where I realize. So when I go and search out for people that's going to be in my life for a lifetime, they need to cover all of those boards. Or they're just going to be in those subcategories and they'll have a very certain relationship with me. And I just wanted to give that little bit of information to people. I have probably a little more elaboration on that. However, it's really late. It's like 4 a.m. right now. And I just was bored and I wanted to get it out there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you wanted to hear anything else more about that situation, because I personally experienced losing some really, really good friends of mine. And like literally I felt like they were my long lost souls. So don't be afraid to lose people that were very, very close to you, because that only means that God's taken someone out of your life to bring someone much, much greater. So just understand that and appreciate it. Understand that that person was there for a very, very particular reason, and you might not know it is or understand it now, but later in life you will, and you'll be very thankful and grateful for that. So be okay with the situation, work with life, keep moving, and the people that are going to be there are going to be there at the end of the day. And the ones that see you fall, the ones that see you lifted, the ones that see you do it all, those are the ones that are going to be there forever. So make sure you take good care of those ones and understand the difference between friends. And I'm out.